TV.
HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into HCAM News Live. I am your host, Tom Nappy. HCAM News Live airs every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. to keep you up to date with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News Live, Hillers Swimming hit the pool to start off the Fall 2 season. Hopkinton Police Chief Joseph Bennett talks community outreach, and also Hopkinton Health Director Sean McAuliffe had a COVID-19 update. But first, we caught up with the Hopkinton Center for the Arts Director, Kelly Grill, about the latest happenings at the HCA. Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by Director of the Hopkinton Center for the Arts, Kelly Grill. Kelly, how are you?
I'm great, Tom. How are you?
Doing well. Can't complain.
I like that you're sitting outside the center. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I got the chair set up on the nice grass area. It's a nice day outside, so why not? So tell us about what's going on at the HCA. I understand you have some classes available, some summer classes coming up, and a whole lot of events. It seems like things are just about in full swing at the HCA.
No, it's starting to feel like that. Starting to feel like we're sort of slowly coming back to life. It's all with cautious precautions, but with the sunshine is coming some events. Yeah, we have all of our summer programs are up for people to sign up for workshops and week-long programs to be in, and we also are starting to see slowly some more events happening. Like the one that we're having this week is recorded and people can see it online. Stanley and Grimm is coming for St. Patrick's Day. And then our first sort of in-person concert will be for Mother's Day. We're going to have an amazing jazz quartet here for a jazz brunch for Mother's Day.
That is terrific. And you have an event called Celtic Concert with Stanley and Grimm coming up on St. Patrick's Day, as you mentioned, March 17th at 7:30 p.m. Can you talk about this event and about the performers and what to expect?
Absolutely. So they're incredible performers. They've been together for a number of years now. Nikki Engstrom is an amazing fiddler. She actually won many competitions. She's originally from Canada. And Sean Bergman is from the Boston area. He's played in guitar in lots of local pubs, and also traveled, through all the festivals, Irish festivals. They met. They're both actually songwriters. They're going to perform some of their original songs. But what's really awesome about it, it's really fun, is that you just can't sit still when you listen to the music. It's beautiful. They played for us, and they'll be playing. Have played for us in the Performance Center, so the sound is really awesome in there. And we're encouraging people to support local businesses. Get out to Start Line and get your beer. Maybe order some corned beef from Cornell's. Have your boiled dinner there for you, and sit down and enjoy a great concert on St. Patrick's Day.
So this will be through Zoom?
Actually, it'll be streamed. You'll get a link, but it'll be streamed live on our website, a private link. So it'll be a bit higher quality viewing experience. But you can get a ticket on our website, and you'll get the link to view the concert just before 7:30.
Terrific. And this weekend, you also have an event for kids, children's concert with Stacy Peasley on Sunday, March 14th at 3 p.m. Can you talk about this event, and will this also be a virtual type event?
It is a virtual event. It is free. It is sponsored by Middlesex Bank. They've been incredible sponsors of our children's series. And Stacey Peasley is well known in the area as an amazing children's performer. People can, they just need to reserve their tickets so they get the link, but they will get a link to watch this virtually. And she's very popular. People really love Stacey's concert. So hopefully we'll see a good turnout for that.
That's terrific. And you have some summer classes that will be available and all kinds of different things for the kids. Can you tell us about the programs going on this summer and when they will start?
Yes, just right after school ends, we have programs in all of the arts, visual art, theater, music, dance. We even have a movie making camp that's pretty popular. So, all of our standards are coming back with a few new exciting programs. We have a really great summer jazz intensive. Our dance program continues to expand and offer more things. So we're very excited to come back. We're going to be doing a lot of the camps outside again, like we did last year. So we'll have tents set up and tables outside. We have a ionizer in our center, so that will clean the air as it's coming through and take out, I think it's 98% of any kind of bacteria that comes through, and still using all COVID protocols. But we are hopeful that come this summer, with many more vaccines and things progressing, that we'll be seeing a summer a little bit more back to normal.
That's great. And I was just about to ask you, when do you think there'll be some in-person events in the center? And you kind of answered the question right there. Hopefully this summer, as you said.
Yeah, so we actually have planned and are ready to announce. You'll be the first to know, Tom, that we're going to have a summer art series that has rivaled anything that we've done before. Every Friday and Saturday night at the center in the amphitheater, we'll have some kind of event, music. There'll be concerts, there'll be theater. We have an outdoor sculpture exhibit as well as an indoor exhibit by granddaughter of Matisse. And we also have a couple of salsa dance nights all outside. We want people to come and learn how to salsa. So it's a summer arts, but we're also going to be encouraging and partnering with local restaurants and businesses, and really celebrate us all sort of coming out and coming back together again.
That is wonderful, and we're glad that you revealed this here on HCAM News. I'd say it's the perfect time for it. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today, and we are looking forward to all these great events coming up at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts.
Thanks so much, Tom.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance.
Some great stuff coming up at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. Hopkinton Health Director Sean McAuliffe was recently featured on our Hopkinton Hangout Hour program, and one of the topics involved the latest with COVID-19 in town and how it is spreading. Very interesting conversation. Here's a glimpse.
In the last health report, it indicated there were 28 active cases of COVID-19 in Hopkinton. Health Director Sean McAuliffe talked about where those cases are coming from currently.
So what we've seen, the trend over the last couple of weeks has been that the majority of cases are popping up in children under the age of 20. Those cases, they're a little skewed because you've got a couple sport-related illnesses where there's been a hockey, there's a cheer / gymnastics. There have been exposures in cheer and gymnastics and hockey, and in those cases, multiple people in the family have tested positive. And then in those families, there have been a number of children in the family. So we're seeing a slightly increased number of younger people contracting the illness. And then we've had a couple exposures related to, one was related to travel. And then I think there were 2 workplace exposures that led to children at home testing positive. So in all those cases, again, we're seeing more young people getting ill. We have not seen any trends, any disturbing trends in the school. We did have our first case of in-school transmission about a little over a week ago, and we're working with the DPH to further investigate that exposure. Because one of the things that everybody's been talking about variants, and I was actually right before we came on, I was emailing back and forth with the head epidemiologist at the DPH to see if we might be able to pick a few cases here or there over the next couple of weeks to have those tests analyzed to see if there are any variants present in, say, the Hopkinton positive pool, because I think that would be helpful. We know that the British variant is present in Worcester County, in Middlesex County, and it's in the Boston area. So it's reasonable to assume that it is making its way between Worcester and Boston and will be impacted in the not too distant future. But there was a significant outbreak at a Milford sporting complex, and the fact that there were over 20 cases that came out of that one facility gave the health directors some concern, because you don't normally see that number of positives come out of a younger population. So that's one grouping that the group of health directors have requested additional analysis for.
You can catch the entire conversation with Health Director Sean McAuliffe at our website, hcam.tv. We also recently talked with Chief Bennett of the Hopkinton Police Department, and part of the conversation was about how the Hopkinton Police Department is approaching community outreach. Hopkinton Police Chief Joseph Bennett was recently featured on our Hopkinton Hangout Hour program. He gave an update about the happenings at the Hopkinton Police Department. One of the topics involved how the police department is reaching out to the community.
Talk about Sergeant Brennan. He's a sergeant, right? He's not a lieutenant, yes. Right?
No, he's a sergeant.
So he recently worked with me on creating a short video, which is now posted on HCAM, which I was really excited to be involved with. He brought his whole team in, and they each took turns introducing themselves, saying where they went to school, what they studied, and then giving a little piece of information. So can you give us a little overview of what his role and his group does?
Sure. So as we've spoken about, we have developed a 5-year strategic plan that features 8 specific goals. And one of them is community outreach. We took all those goals and we selected people to be the champion of that goal, a team leader, if you will. And Sergeant Brennan is the team leader of the community outreach goal. He's the perfect person for it. He's very outgoing. He's woven into the community in all different aspects. And so he went out and selected his team, which you see, the team members you see in the video, to work on these different projects to engage the community. We're really looking forward to maybe going towards more normal times when we can do more in-person community activities. So we're using the strategic plan to move the organization forward. And that's just one of the first forward-facing examples that you've seen. He's also connected with neighborhood groups, or he's reaching out to the faith-based organizations as well as daycares, and just trying to see if who's out there and who wants to spend some time with us. One of the programs is kind of exciting is we ordered some coloring books that talk about what the police are and what they do, and he's looking to bring those into the daycare environment and reaching down to that level of that age group where we would like to have more involvement.
Sergeant Brennan appeared in a video produced by HCAM along with several other officers to talk about themselves to allow the community to get to know them a little bit more. Here's a look.
Hello, my name is Tyler Brabham. I was raised in the town of Blackstone, Massachusetts. There I attended Blackstone Millville Regional High School. I was part of the basketball, soccer, and tennis team there. I was raised by my mother, Michelle, a CNA, my father, Craig, a Mass State Trooper, and I have two brothers, Kyle and Zachary. From there, I attended Fitchburg State University, where I was part of the Police Concentration Program. This program included a bachelor's, a master's degree in criminal justice, as well as completing the Municipal Police Academy held at the university, which I completed in 2019. While in my graduation courses, I was able to also be part of the men's soccer team. I've been at the Hopkins Police Department for around a year and a half now. I am part of the traffic safety team and community outreach team. Today, I'd like to talk to you about some fraud. For one, the IRS will never ask you for your credit or debit card information over the phone, especially before sending you a notice in the mail. Also, no legitimate business or government entity will ask for payment in gift cards. Avoiding sharing your passwords with anybody, and change your passwords regularly to avoid your accounts being hacked. Some things I would strongly recommend is using symbols, capital letters, and numbers in your passwords. Stay away from computer ads that seem too good to be true as well, such as click here to be a millionaire. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You can see the full edition of the Hangout Hour with Chief Bennett, as well as the Hopkinton Police video at our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. The Fall 2 season is underway, and Hopkinton Hillers sports are back in action. And we'll certainly talk a little bit more about the Fall 2 season in just a moment, as this season they'll have football, girls volleyball, swimming, and unified basketball. And the first team to have a contest was the swimming team. So without further ado, let's take a look at highlights of the first swim meet of the year.
That was a 103B, front 1.5 somersault pike. Juliana's up next. Juliana's a senior this year. Also performing a 103B.
Now, did the divers like having the diving at the beginning?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think it's nice because they kind of get the jitters out right away, and then they can be there for the rest of the team afterwards. Tess is doing the same dive as Eve, 104B. Job. That's a 401C. It's an inward dive and tuck.
Wolf. We have Tyler Holbrow in lane 3 in the lead, followed closely by Mia Carboni in lane 4. Oh, and looks like in lane 2 there that Olivia Scalara is picking up on Mia Carboni, and then Pablo way in lane 6. Actually, I think he definitely untouched Mia I didn't see if he outtouched Olivia, and then we had Olivia Wade and Charlotte Dowd.
Yeah, very
Two
good swim.
freshmen.
Very good swim by Tyler. I couldn't tell if it was. It's going to be close to a. It's a very good time. I can only tell you it was in the 23s.
Super shallow. I'm curious if it's a lot more shallow than Keefe Tech, where usually swim. Wow, that
Nice
is
swim
a
by Aditya.
nice swim by Aditya. I wish I
And I
had.
have to say,
I
Lucas
did not.
Lucas is coming.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Whoa!
Sophia's
Come on,
trying to-
Lucas, push.
All
Okay.
right. I think Sophia might have outtouched him. Sports.
Now, what did you say? Sean Haley? Is it Sean?
Sean Haley's a junior.
He's trying to beat out.
He's got his
I think
eyes
he's got to
set
keep
on-
going. Go.
And then let's see.
Come on, Tyler. Not
well, Tyler and Sean. Look
Sean,
at that. They're neck
yeah.
and neck. And
Oh my gosh.
all right,
that was
I got Tyler at a 56:10. I don't know.
close. Yep.
I should.
It's a very good time.
I should have caught Cassie as well. So coming in here on lane 6, that was.
And there you have it, a look at the first swim meet of the season. And you can catch the entire swim meet over at our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV, and also look at more of the highlights as well. Let's take a look at what to expect this week for Hopkinton Hillers Sports. On Monday, March 15th, we'll have the second Hiller swim meet of the season. All teams swimming separately this year. The Hillers home pool this season is Milford High School, since their original home pool, Keefe Tech, is closed. Then on Thursday, March 18th, we have Hiller girls volleyball against Ashland. We'll have all 3 games, JV2 coverage starting at 3:30, JV1 at 4:45, and the varsity game at 6 p.m. Then on Friday, March 19th, our first look at Hillers football. We'll have freshman football versus Holliston at 4 p.m. Yours truly will be broadcasting that game. And also on Monday, March 22nd, we'll have Hillers JV football against Holliston at 4 p.m. and Hillers swimming at 7 p.m. The Winter TVL All-Stars were named. Here's a look at the Hopkinton Hillers All-Stars. Certainly a whole lot of them, and they all deserved it. Terrific winter season for hockey. Pavitt Mara, Colin Norrid, Ronnie Seamus, honorable mention, Joe Carazza, Cam Jarrett, Jeff Toko, Aiden Walsh. Girls hockey, Kristen McCluskey. Boys basketball, Nate Casper, Brian Keefe, and they also won the TVL Sportsmanship Award. In girls basketball, Lauren Cho, Kiki Fossbender, Lulu Murphy, and Alpine Ski, Kate Barry, and Jackson Schlusel, who's also the CMSLC champion. And then in boys track and field, you had Tommy Bernardin, Nick Brown, Sean Gombowski, Aiden Morin, Harrison Pruker, Wyatt Ruff, and Ethan Champlin, who was also the MVP. Honorable mention, Aiden Rowell. TVL Coach of the Year went to Michael Donahue of the Hillers. Girls track and field, Ellie Driscoll, Olivia Jones, Grace Joy, Kate Powers, Haley Tolson. TVL Coach of the Year, Gene Can. Community events coming up. Project Just Because will hold its second statewide food distribution event on Saturday, March 13th at 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. You can find more details about that at our website, hcam.tv. And also the Easter Bunny is coming to town. Hopkinton residents who would like to invite the Easter Bunny to come to their house can do so during a specific time between 1 and 5 p.m. on March 27th. Contact Jen Dwinell for details. There is limited space, and you can find everything you need to know at our website, hcam.tv. And also, the Hopkinton Women's Club will continue its annual tradition of hosting the Candidates Night on a Wednesday, April 28th at 7 p.m. More details to come about that. It will be either in person or virtual. They'll make the decision relatively soon. And also, the Marathon Fund Committee will be awarding 10 $1,000 scholarships to graduating high school seniors who are residents of Hopkinton. You can find more details by contacting the Select Board and Town Manager's Office and at our website, hcam.tv. And some upcoming events at the HCA, as you heard earlier this weekend, Stacy Peasley, a free live virtual event for the kids. And then on St. Patty's Day, a Celtic concert with Stanley and Grimm. You can find all the events coming up at the HCA at hopartscenter.org. And Bike for Prevention, April 19th through April 25th, hosted by the Massachusetts Breast Cancer Coalition. Find all the details at mbcc.org and at our website, hcam.tv. And also, the Spoon is back open, and they recently had the ribbon cutting ceremony. That's our photo of the week. HPD Officer Moira McGaffigan, along with Town Manager Norman Kamalu, and members of the Select Board were alongside staff of the Spoon as the restaurant reopened. And also, some upcoming government meetings. Tonight, right now, school committee is going to start in about 5 minutes over on HCAM Ed. Then on Monday, March 15th at 7 p.m., we'll have the planning board. Then on Tuesday, March 16th at 6 p.m. is the select board. You can find all the upcoming town government meetings at hopkintonma.gov. Well, there you have it. And believe it or not, we are just about out of time. But don't worry, we will be back next week at 6:30 p.m. to fill you in with everything happening in Hopkinton. And stick around, because coming up next, it's Hopkinton's favorite party planner and chef, Terry Malisi, with a brand new episode of The Gathering, and she'll be cooking up an Irish feast for everyone at HCAM. I'm Tom Nappy. Thanks for joining us. Take care, be well, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good night, everybody.